Right, I'm going to go on to do page 10, which is almost the same as page 2. But I've changed it slightly so that I don't get this mistake here, where I have different sizes of the paper under pockets showing, basically. So it's basically the same. So I'm not going to show construction, I'm just going to see if I can goofy this around so that I can get in camera. Right, so what I've done first is I've taken a piece of cardstock, this is 6 1/4 inches, and I've scored it at 1 inch in, and on this 1 inch flap I've stuck it down so that the spool line is at the edge of the page, and on the 1 inch flap I have mited the edges. So this will become the back from the top of the pocket, so you won't see the craft cardstock. Next, I've constructed quite a bit, because obviously you don't need to see me do the construction because you've already seen that on page 2. So for the top flap, the bottom flap, the main flap, it measures 8 inches in width in entirety. So this is 8 inches, and I don't need to put a hinge in at all because I have this here as the hinge. I was going to just score it at the 1/4 inch, but it wasn't going to be strong enough to hold such a lot, that the amount that goes onto this pocket. So that's 8 inches. The second flap is 5 3/4 inches plus, I think that's a 3/4 inch, so it's 6 inches, and I've inset it just over, it's just over 1/4 inch, I think. It is 3/8 of an inch, so it's slightly more than this side, but I'm hoping it should be okay. It'll look more even, which means that the space I have left in the middle is 5 1/2 inches. So this flap has to be 5 1/2 plus the hinge, and the same as this one. Now what I may do as well is have the pocket come from the bottom of here, rather than have it here, have the pocket come from the bottom to here, and then the background paper as one coming down. Yeah, if you get what I mean. So I'm not going to have the pocket end here. The pocket will carry on down, and we'll see how that works out. So I've put my magnets on. The rest of the pockets remain the same. So this, for the smaller flap, obviously I'm having it this side instead, so it's slightly mirrored, slightly, not completely. This is 4 1/2 inches by 10 1/2, and this one is still 6 inches by 10 1/2. So I'm going to put this together and decorate it, get the other pockets done, just so that you can see an overview. This is basically an overview so I can rectify the mistakes that I made on the first page. And I will be doing pages 2 and 3 the same, 4 and 5 the same, 6 and 7 the same, and 8 and 9 the same. So like I said, this is just it's the same as page 2, but with slightly different measurements to make up for the fact that page 2 was a bit wonky, a bit offset, shall we say. I'm doing the same magnet each on each of these tabs here, and 2 magnets for this page. The only other thing I did on this page, let's move this over slightly, is just inside on this flap here, I cut out, I printed this out, but did all the lettering and everything, printed it out and put it on black cardstock, because I printed it out onto craft cardstock, and glossy accented, no, sepia accented the little red berries here, and because it really does need a bar humbug at the beginning. So that's all I've done there, and I've done it so that it's just stuck down about 1/2 inch each side, so you can still slip something under there. So I think that's all I've done. I haven't done any of the tags yet, and I haven't done anything else. No, right, so page 10 is basically this, but with slightly different measurements, so you get the extra 1/2 inch or so here. So right, like I said, I will decorate and then I will be back. Right, page 10 is finished. My craft room looks like a bomb has gone off. So, slightly different to page 2, but basically the same. I didn't put the belly band across the top, I just put these 2 strips of decorative, but I did cut into the paper, so this is actually a tiny pocket here. Let's see if I can get a little tag here. There. This is a pocket here, but there's also a little secret bit here. That's a little tuck spot as well. Anyway, so I haven't done any of the tags yet again. I have left the tops of these illustrations open. I haven't got anything on here yet, but I do have a plan. I had this extra picture that I wanted to put in, and I thought it would be quite nice here, so I cut it out with the die set that I had, and it is on a belly band, but I may end up sticking it down. So the pocket's there. You may recognise this paper. This came from the Joyful Peace collection. Oh, and that hasn't stuck down. The pegs are going to come out in a second. Okay, this side then opens up. Once again, pocket, decorated, and I can't do any more because I've run out of ink on my printer. I have ordered some, and I'm waiting for it to come through, because obviously most of these papers are actually printed. So this one isn't. This is an old GCD Studios, I think. Yeah, so, and there's the extra large pocket on that side. So that's it. Page 10 complete, except for the tags, but the actual bits and pieces done. I didn't put the stripes at the side on this one because of the slight difference. There's about 1/8 of an inch difference, and it will show if you put the stripes in. It will show. So I left the stripes off. I don't think I'm going to add them on. If I did, it would be in this paper. This paper was printed off as well. This background paper. So yes, and like I said, this is just stuck down. You could split the paper again and have an extra pocket here if you wanted to. I just split the paper here. A little bit of sepia accents on the turntable and the handle, and that's it. Page 10 done. Back to page 2 and 3 when my printer ink comes through. So until then, bye for now.